Hey guys, I hope you're having a great day, and today we're going to talk about how to build a great wardrobe. So we're going to talk about 5 steps to build a good wardrobe today. And if you remember from last week, we actually talked about how to declutter your closet. So I'm going to put that into the card so that way you can see that video if you haven't already. But that's going to be actually the first step. So make sure to declutter your closet before you get started with these 5 tips. And just to remind you, my name is Tiffany Perry and I make videos about crocheting, mindfulness, journaling, all those kinds of creative things. And so please feel free to like and subscribe. So as we get started, the first step I want you to think about is to take stock of where you are. So you want to ask yourself different questions to make sure that your closet is exactly the way that you want it to be when you're done. If you don't know where you're going, how will you know how to get there, right? So here are some questions you can ask yourself. Do you love where you're at? Are your clothes meeting your needs? And are there any holes in your wardrobe? So that's going to be really easy to answer once your closet is decluttered. So you'll be able to see the bare bones of your wardrobe and be able to ask yourself what things are missing, what things are not present. So with a decluttered closet, you should have only the things you love left over, and you should be able to very easily see what things you might be missing and what things you already love in the closet. The second thing that you're going to want to do is start dreaming for the future. So now it's that you know what you're missing, it's time to really write it down. You want to think about what you want, start budgeting, and think about a list of needs and wants. So you're going to want to create 2 lists. The first list will be creating all of your needs and writing down what things do you actually need in your closet, what things do you actually not have that are holes that are very important to have. So some examples of something you need might be some sweaters, some jeans, and a pair of sneakers. And then you'll also want to have a list of wants. So these are things that aren't necessarily essential at the moment, but you would still want to have those things at some point. And that could be, for example, a new winter coat or maybe some fancy leather shoes. So those things could be more specific, maybe something you've seen online, and something that is less of a category, but maybe something very specific that you're looking at. So now the third thing you want to do is do your due diligence in research. So for the wants, you want to save up and buy the quality products when you're ready. So you want to figure out where those wants are located and then how you can get them. So for the wants, you want things that are quality, and you don't have to buy all of those wants at once. You can buy them over time. Now for the needs, you want to again do some research and figure out where you can buy those things. But those things you'll probably be able to buy at some local stores such as H&M, Target, and Old Navy. So go to those mid-tier to lower budget stores that just have the things that are basic needs, so that way you can fill up those holes in your wardrobe. So for example, if you're missing a couple t-shirts, a couple sweaters, or maybe you just need a basic pair of jeans, you can go to one of those places to just fill in those holes quickly and then focus on getting your wants over time. The fourth thing that you want to do is buy the things that you love. So now you're finally in the stage where you can figure out what things that you really on that wish list want to take care of now and then want to take care of later. This is one of my favorite things to do. I do enjoy shopping in a way that is responsible and mindful, and that can be a really great way to get the things that you need on your list. And then you also I wanted to at this moment talk about a couple ways you can shop sustainably. So if you're interested in sustainability, you can remember these couple of things. The cheapest way to do sustainable shopping is to do a clothing swap in person or online. That is going to be the least expensive way to find things sustainably. Next, you can go to thrift stores, so secondhand shopping, and that would be, again, either in person or online. That's going to be pretty inexpensive as well. A mid-tier kind of way is to shop locally at local boutiques or at farmers markets and get handmade items. So those are going to be sustainable as well because they are more direct to consumer. And then more expensive things, or the most expensive things, would be at those higher end stores that are marketed as sustainable. Now, I will put a website in the description box below where you can shop for things that are sustainable, and you can basically use that website to find out which things are the most sustainable. So some of the stores I mentioned before earlier, H&M, Target, and Old Navy, are going to be really cheap, inexpensive things, but that's going to be considered fast fashion. So if you're not into that, you can definitely go with some of these more sustainable options. So the last thing you're going to want to do is mix and match the clothes that you're getting based on your aesthetic. So we're actually going to be able to cover this in more detail in another video, but basically we want to talk about mixing and matching your clothes based on what things you really like to wear. So you want to have a closet that actually works, right? So you'll want to mix and match clothes. You'll want clothes that actually work together so that you're able to mix and match them. So for example, if you have clothes that are in a neutral tone, you'll be able to wear them in multiple ways with multiple things. So those are an example. So neutral clothing or potentially pastels, that's another good example of something you can easily mix and match if you choose to make all of your wardrobe that way. We'll have another video that covers basically how you can build a wardrobe in an intentional way, or some things you might want to think about when building out a wardrobe. But for now, that's going to be everything. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!